Hi everybody, it's Kevin from the Server Garage Workshop. Today this is a little addendum video to our practical dust collection video. If you remember from that video, if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link down in the description, you can go see that. But when I was doing that video, I was going to talk about installing the Wynn environmental air filter upgrade to my Harbor Freight air cleaner. But I was missing parts. So I got a little care package from Wynn this morning and they sent me the replacement parts. So we've got the replacement parts right here. Actually what they did, instead of just sending me the replacement parts, they sent me a whole new hardware kit, which was nice. So I've got extra brackets and stuff. But let's talk about what you get in this kit. You get the filter, which is the meat and heart of everything. And this is their W35C222 nano filter. But this basically fits right on top of the Harbor Freight dust collector. They give you some new bags for the bottom, and they give you this hardware mounting kit and then a set of instructions. So what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to install this. This is going to be a quick video, but I'm going to show you how you install this on my Harbor Freight dust collector. Alright, stay tuned. Thanks.
The first thing I'm going to do is remove the filter bag without trying to get dust all over my shop. Here I'm just kind of dumping the dust down inside the old bag and then using a dust brush to wipe everything off. Next I'm going to use a center punch to be able to basically mark the mounting locations for all the holes that I need to drill to put these brackets in place. With the holes punched, I'm going to use a 1/8 inch drill bit and drill the holes all the way around. So 4 holes altogether. Next I'm going to go ahead and screw the brackets to the side of the dust collector. And there's a little bracket that goes, or basically a little spring nut that goes behind each one for the screw to bite into. So I'll go ahead and do that through all 4 of them. With the bracket in place, I'll go ahead and bring the filter over and set it in place. Make sure it lines up correctly and it's sitting on that flange okay. Next I'm going to go in and install these little toggle clamps. They basically bite into the clamp, or bite into the cage on the side of the filter and then attach to the bracket that we just installed. Those brackets I had to bend up a little bit. There are several different sub-models of the Harbor Freight dust collector, and this one has kind of a rim around it. And I think because of that, I couldn't get the toggle clamp to fit over that rim, so I had to bend that little bracket up slightly. Anyway, I'm kind of working my way around with a nut driver with an extension on it and tighten these up to get it all nice and even. This kit comes with a new dust bag. It comes with 2 of them actually, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it. The bag that came with my Harbor Freight, the plastic's kind of thin on it. It also has a couple pinholes that are leaking air. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace those. One little trick here is I'm going to use a magnet to hold the bag in place. So I'm going to go around and basically use like 3 or 4 magnets to hold that bag up, because these bags are kind of a pain to hold in place while you get those steel brackets on. So if you use a couple magnets, it'll hold the bag in place, and then you can just quickly use put the strap in place. Okay, and with that, I'm going to fire it up, make sure it blows up, or basically fires up correctly. Everything looks okay. So I'm going to basically suck all the dust out of my other dust collector, clean the bucket out, and see how well it picks up. It looks like it's doing pretty well. Pretty happy with that.
Alright, and there we go. Dust filter installed. I mean, really, this should take no more than 10-15 minutes to install this filter. It's pretty easy. You're basically only drilling 4 screws around. As you saw as I was installing it, very easy filter to install. This filter is a nano filter. It's going to clean dramatically better than the stock filter bag. The holes in the actual pleats are much, much smaller, so it can catch much, much finer particles. Also, because of the nature of a pleated filter, it's got far more surface area than any filter bag could ever have. So what that equates to, better filtering, and it should allow for more CFM of air movement through the filter. So that improves CFM at the actual tool. So whether you put in if you put in a second stage to this on the front end, whether you're using different kinds of piping, nothing matters unless it can exit that air that it's sucking in. So if it can't exit that air has to go somewhere. So if you either have a bottleneck on the input side or you have a bottleneck on the output side, so to speak. So this is basically solving any kind of bottleneck on the output side, which should then increase the CFM on the input side because there's not that back pressure that's happening. There are different options for these filters. Wynn Environmental is who everyone recommends, and that's who I got them from. There's also a company called, I think, Donaldson, and traditionally they make big truck air filters, and they make air filters for commercial extraction systems as well. Those are different options. I don't know what model numbers for the Donaldson would fit on here. Those filters tend to be a little less expensive. But the one reason I went with this filter is it comes with everything. This is a known filter. It fits within the flange of this Harbor Freight. It's got a nice gasket along the bottom, and it comes with this mounting kit. If you buy one of the other filters, you're going to have to kind of fab up your own mounting kit. This is a great system, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this, give me a like. If you have a comment or want me to ask any questions about my shop or my dust collection system, leave me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that bell button. And as I said before, this is kind of an addendum to a previous video I did on dust collection, and you'll find the link to that below in the comments. Bye, everybody. Thanks.